Hello and welcome to the Tribune Cricket Show. I am Jupinderjit Singh and we are very fortunate that today we have Mr. Narottam Puri, the ace commentator and the man who is a living institution on cricket. He has covered almost every important match which Indian team has played. He is here in Chandigarh to have a session at the Playwright Sports Lit Fest. And sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you very
And
much. Thank you.
it's such an honor. Sir, so India has reached the semi-final in the Champions Trophy. So, what do you feel, sir? Are we going to bring this trophy? Because it has eluded us for some years now.
Well, like you, I also hope so. But cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties, as Vijay Merchant used to say.
Ji.
And predicting how the kharif crop is going to be, how the behavior of a particular monsoon is going to be, is as difficult as predicting the outcome of a tournament. But India has done well already. They have qualified for the semi-finals, which is a good thing, which is a good beginning. Now it's a question of who does well on that particular day. The thing that goes in favor of India, if India reaches the final, they
Yes.
will be playing in Dubai. And they've had more experience of playing on the same ground, on the same pitch conditions, than the other teams which will come. So therefore, I think we have a slight advantage. But when you reach this kind of a level in the tournament, it's who plays well on that day.
And handles pressure.
I think all of them are now experienced enough to handle pressure. It's just a question of who performs well on that day. So it's now a question of four teams which are going to be virtually equal as far as their talent pool is concerned, as far as their techniques are concerned, as far as their experience is concerned. Now it's a question of who performs that day.
On that day, sir. So there's a lot of talk going on. India took 5 spinners there, and Arshdeep Singh is yet to get a chance to play. Do you think this 5 spinners, playing spinners more than pacers, that's a good idea there?
I think events have proven that this is a slow pitch. So
Right.
therefore, the reading that India had, that it's more likely to aid spinners, because as the ball slows up, it's difficult to hit. So the batsman himself has to generate all the power and all the movement. So it becomes more difficult for the batsman to hit against, whether the pace can be used from the bowler. I'm sad that Arshdeep is not playing, because I think he's a uh,
Talent.
terrific bowler in these conditions, because he swings the ball when
Yeah.
the ball is new, and he has proven his worth when the ball is old to bowl in the death overs.
Yeah.
But I think they wanted to give a chance to a new guy in the earlier stages, and now they don't want to disturb
Uh,
the winning combination, so to
yeah,
say.
that's also there, sir. And sir, this is a big tournament for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. This Roko campaign is going on. So, do you think that these two champions of India will, like Kohli has already hit a century and Rohit has unfortunately yet to make a big score. So, how do you see? Will they perform?
Well, the point is that the bigger the player, the best or the bigger he performs on the world stage. In the difficult moments, these are the guys who come through. That's where experience counts.
Right.
So Kohli, without 300 matches, and Rohit, who's been there for donkey's years now, they're terrific players. The question is whether they perform on that given day is the question that only time can answer. To predict will be like looking at a crystal ball. And unfortunately, you and I are not magicians or astrologers.
Yeah. And sir, there's a lot of talk about Hardik Pandya as the main balance. And as you said, the pitches are slow. In the last match also, he restricted the opposition, did not let them score freely. And do you think Hardik Pandya will be the key figure?
See, it could be. Hardik is a bit of an unknown entity, because on days he performs really well. On other days, he becomes so predictable. He's going to bowl just short in
Just
length,
short
and he's going
delivery,
to
yeah.
try and bounce you
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
He becomes kind of a carrier of the message before he's delivered the ball. So it depends entirely
That's a
on
true
how.
experience speaking, sir.
No,
Becomes carry.
I think you can see it in
Yeah.
his how, in his behavior pattern. I think Hardik has talent. The only thing is that if his bowling clicks, his batting just doesn't.
He doesn't.
So he is struggling, I think, at this particular moment to really deliver on both the fronts, which India expects him to because he's their principal all rounder. Now Akshar Patel is trying to take that role
All rounders.
because Akshar is now becoming a much better batsman.
More reliable than.
Yeah, he's becoming a much better batsman, and as they promoted him up the order,
Yes.
they are realizing the potential that he brings because you've got a left-hander in the mix. Because otherwise, everybody is a right-hander till you come down the order.
Yeah. And so that brings us to Varun Chakravarti, the mystery spinner. From T20, from nowhere, he became a star in T20. Then from T20, he, takes the place of a batsman, Yashasvi Jaiswal, which is my personal favorite. And will that, do good to India?
I think they've kept him because of the mystery spinner tag. Because there are certain teams who don't play mystery spin very well. One is New Zealand, the other is South Africa.
Right.
And I think they have taken him as a kind of a standby because in case one of the other bowlers does not deliver, you got a player who
Okay.
has been in good form in T20 perhaps, but they gave him an extended uh, opportunity against England in the three matches in
Yeah.
the ODIs that he played. He didn't perform outstandingly, but he didn't do badly. So I think they're pointing out to everybody in the team composition part that don't take your place for granted. Number two, that we have another spinner available should one of them get injured. So I think they've packed their side with spinners, believing that this pitch is going to get slower and slower and more matches get played on it.
Yeah, that's why they played more spinners against New Zealand. And so in the last World Cup, there was one Australian player who was India could not get him out. Travis Head. So what is the plan for that? What will be your advice? Let's have this final question. What will be your advice?
I think if you look at Head's uh, technique, he's a little uncomfortable, particularly in the beginning of his innings coming onto the front foot. He plays off the back foot very, very well.
Very
He
well.
pulls and plays square of the wicket very well, as most Australians do, because of the condition of the pitch there. The ball continues
Climbs.
to come higher than India. But Travis Head is a do or die kind of a player. So if it's his day, he's going to make you pay for it.
Right.
So if India matches up with Australia, he will be the key player to watch out for because he can take the game away from you.
So that was Mr. Narottam Puri and his words of advice for the Indian team from his decades of experience. This is Jupinderjit Singh and you were watching the Tribune Cricket Show. Let's hope the Indian team brings back the trophy. Thank you.